Hey, you guys, happy Sunday and welcome to Beyond the Veil. This is probably the third or fourth reading I've done this morning. And I see impressive exotic tea blog, Beyonce and Jay-Z divorce because of Diddy's. You guys hear about Jay-Z and Beyonce's divorce here first. You heard it here first. In my Sean reading, I believe, or the Jay-Z reading I did after that, the Hierophant reverse came out, and I was like, oh, y'all heard it here first. I'm finna call it. I see a divorce. And I was nervous about that. I was so nervous about that prediction, but I still stand on it. And at the time, I saw that they weren't even really together. It's like they cohabitate with each other because, they're partners in crime at this point. It's not really love that keeps them together. It's the fact that they're partners in crime. All right. Y'all all get y'all tea from me. I am convinced. But then by the time they catch up on stuff, it's like it's obvious that it's coming next. So maybe y'all don't get y'all tea from me, but y'all always hear it here first. I don't know if everybody does. I'm not the first one who said that. At least I don't think I am. But in my mind, they be hearing it here first. What y'all gonna do if I start do Patreon and only post like a clip here and then make y'all ass pay for the rest? And I don't want to do that, but I do think that there's people here who be trying to steal content. And for the people who always leave whole ass comments, you won't be able to see my content if you don't pay for it. Then that's your dumb ass leaving stupid comments to something that you paid to see. Anyways, somebody asked me to read Halle to see why her album wasn't being promoted. Y'all, I'm tired of talking about these girls. I told y'all before, I ain't trying to make y'all seem like I'm upset with y'all, but I don't care. These girls are not as interesting to me, even on a psychic level, as they are to you. I'm sorry. And I've said it. You guys, their label is annoyed with them. You get an opportunity for somebody to invest millions of you, and until they can recoup it, all they want is for you to do what they tell you to do what they hired you to do, until they recoup their money. But when you decide to go rogue and do your own thing because you think you know what the fuck is best, they don't have to support what you decide to do with your career, because that's not what they hired you to do. I do not disagree with Parkwood on how they feel, because I'm a businesswoman. And you can't be emotional like that. Y'all are looking at it from a stand perspective. Halle would have gotten more promotion because after Chloe decided to go sex girl when they didn't want her to, Halle decided to stay in the bag that they wanted her to. So she got the Little Mermaid and she got red carpets and stuff like that. But then she went and had a baby right in the middle of Little Mermaid. These girls karmically sabotage themselves. It's like they did it one behind the other. And nobody has to put $1 million and millions of more dollars into your career after you fucked up the blueprint that they paid and laid out for you. That is how it works in the real world. And if those girls were talented enough based on their own merit, then they would still pop and shine without Beyonce, because they are talented enough. But you guys need to see that the entertainment industry is a business. It's entertainment for you, but on the other side, it is a job. It's a job. And with all your talent, you can still get fired because it's the company who employs you. So you got to take your talent somewhere else with someone who's willing to invest in you again. A lot of talented people get fired for not following company policies and insubordination. That's what their problem is, insubordination. But I'm going to let the cards tell y'all. If somebody asked me about Halle, but did I just see something about Chloe, or am I tripping? Anyways. I'll just ask this because everyone wants to know, and I'll do this again. And please, if you're new here, please go back and find another Chloe and Halle reading I did and watch that, because there is no other story that I get anytime that I read them and ask them, because I have. Anytime you guys ask, even before I put it on my channel, I was curious. So I looked into it and I saw, oh no, Beyonce isn't jealous. She's upset because they didn't do what they were supposed to do with the initial investment, with what they were hired. They had a whole thing laid out for them, an image. Chloe ain't want it. She thought she knew it all. It didn't work out for her. And Beyonce said, I will support you in doing what you think is best for your career. I just don't have to co-sign it because I don't like it. And that's not her trying to sabotage Chloe because she feels like she can be better than her. It was never Chloe's destiny to be bigger than Beyonce. We all have a destiny. That wasn't hers. It wasn't. You need more than just a voice. Think about Whitney Houston. She's a dynamic person. Big names like that, when they become iconic, they are dynamic people and they have dynamic, intricate personalities and some kind of star power that's a little bit elusive. But Chloe don't have that. She was trying to force it with her sex girl thing. And Beyonce knew that it wasn't going to work. But hey, sis, your career, follow your heart and create. Just not on my motherfucking dime. Anyways, Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to see and conjure up the soul, the spirit of Chloe and Halle Bailey. The people want to know why Halle's new album isn't promoted or being released. No, they said it's not being released. Why isn't Halle's album not being released? I'll stick to that because I read Chloe before, so y'all go read it, go watch that. She did too much, and Beyonce don't have to co-sign it. Why isn't Halle's new project being released? The music that she recorded, why isn't it being released? The company didn't want to invest in a project they don't believe in. Make something great. But her last few projects, the singles that she put out haven't did big numbers. They come and they go. Why are we releasing and funding the release and market and promo of an album when you can't sell a single? Three of Cups is the challenge. Halle's little family, her, DDG, the baby, Chloe, the challenges that they've had to resort to social media stuff, meaning DDG being the social media influencer. Since Halle's career and her album isn't being released, they have to do the social media stuff. It's like Halle is the new YouTuber or a new influencer because her music career, her album isn't being released. They have to become social media people now and do things with their family, create memes about their baby, always post things that they know the blogs will pick up. They do that intentionally because this is their bread and butter for right now. And I don't know if, I'll come back and clarify that. In the past, there seemed to have been some contract disputes. I think the girls wanted to get out of the contract, but they're not. And they won't be in the near future. Her project still isn't going to come out. I don't see a release. They disputed their contracts. They could possibly still be disputing because it's in the near future position. 6 of Swords reverse goes back to the 5 of Swords, which is in their past position. Past, future. They'll still be arguing with their entity that controls their music. They want to get out of their contract. They think that will help them. But they made, and Halle, she made a faux pas. This is Halle, because this is an Aries card. It's a Uranus card. But this is also, is the Fool Aries? I don't think this is an Aries card, but since it's the first of the major arcanas, it gives me Aries energy. Being the first of the zodiac. A little bit careless. And this is your baby, Halle. This is you, and this is your baby. Halle, you got pregnant. You got pregnant. Halle got pregnant. And she was supposed to uphold a very family image. She was the Little Mermaid, and she got pregnant in the middle of promoting the Little Mermaid. Working with Disney, I believe you have certain clauses and things like that. Methinks Parkwood was not happy because that's Beyonce's relationship with Disney that she put you on for. And then you went and got pregnant in the middle of promoting the Little Mermaid, the first Black Little Mermaid. I don't see how you guys still are upset with Beyonce. This girl became the first Black Little Mermaid after leaving a girl group with her sister and not having any major success on her own. When she saw her sister try to take her career in her own hands, she said, I'll take the Parkwood way, the more wholesome way. That is what Beyonce had for them, a wholesome image. They were supposed to be wholesome because that takes you further in Hollywood and beyond as a brand than it does being a sex girl. You get more endorsements and things like, you get the bigger deals being a Disney girl and a wholesome image. Nobody saw Halle as a mother. They saw her as a Little Mermaid, and she's just so sweet and petite. Now, even if she's a grown woman, and that's what you guys are saying, then she shouldn't have signed with a company who wanted to maintain a very pure, wholesome, and innocent image. That was a faux pas on her own. Like I said, their goal, or Halle's goal, is to get out of her contract that restricts her from doing too much of anything else on her own. Her music is being ignored by the label. They heard it. They got it. She turned it in. They don't care. They're looking at other stuff. They got other stuff going on. This is Halle saying, here's my song. Here's my album. It's turned in. Thank you. Put it on the shelf. And what they see and what they don't like, Halle, I don't know if you know this, is the social media. Here's the Three of Cups again. That's in your challenging position. It's almost like you did the worst thing, even after you upset them with getting pregnant. You weren't supposed to go and then become a social media girl, an influencer girl, one whose name is synonymous with social media stuff. The memes for your son, DDG seems to be running the show now because he seems to have to. It started out by him hoping that Halle could get him into bigger rooms. That door shut. Now DDG has to be the provider for the family. And Halle, your label sees that. They would have rather you found something else to do that made them feel like you were still trying to get in their good graces, but you went to social media. Now you're a YouTuber or like a social media influencer girl who is a mean girl or something like that. And they don't like that either. It's like you keep messing up. Hopes and fears is that she's going to be stuck in her contract and not going to be able to get out or create and release anything. The Emperor in reverse, though, is that Jay-Z is about to fall, allegedly, and that's going to affect Beyonce, which will affect Parkwood. There are also other men in the industry who are falling, but that still won't affect Halle's album. So if you want to know why her album isn't being released, that's why. But it's still not going to change the fact that she's not going to release that album. At least not under Parkwood. The Emperor in reverse. I always like to start at the outcome for some reason. Oh, Ace of Wands in reverse. New job that she isn't going to get. Maybe Jay-Z was going to try to find a place for them. Jay-Z and Beyonce, maybe. But that's going to be shut down because Jay-Z is going to be going through his own Me Too moment. So whatever he could have done for them, whatever he might have, he won't be able to, and neither will the boss. All projects will be placed on hold, including her new project. And it seems like that may be what the case is now. The Fool reverse, crowning you, because I believe that's you getting pregnant. Now, the Seven of Swords just fell out for the Fool in reverse. Halle, I don't know if you told them that you weren't trying to get pregnant. Maybe told them it was an accident. Oh, Three of Swords too. God dang. I don't know if they said some harsh things to you, but seems like they tried to mitigate your pregnancy by hiding it whenever there were accusations, lying and hiding. But even those were fruitless. And they were fruitless because why did you do it? It's like that gave you a... Halle, you did too much to ruin the image that Parkwood wanted for you. That's your problem. Because then you went to try to hide your pregnancy, and there were ways you could have hid it. A lot of celebrities get pregnant, and nobody ever knows. Nobody ever knows. If celebrities want privacy, they can have it. That's not what you did, though. You wanted to drum up interest, and you were hoping to make a coin from your pregnancy photos. When there were no takers, you guys released it on your social media page and then just decided to do it yourself. You would have continued to have constant work, meaningful work. Who's the Cancer? Chloe. Because Chloe was shelved before you. That's why you decided to go ahead and take what Parkwood wanted for you, the household name, family image, because you saw what happened to Chloe. And Chloe, your tour wasn't that much of a success. You guys haven't recouped enough money for your contracts to be sabotaging your own careers. At least that's what Parkwood feels. All right. And I will end with the recent past, Five of Swords, because I believe that's you guys initiating the battle to get out of your contracts. And it's because you guys either want to release a bunch of music or you guys have solo music to release that you want to release, but you can't. Two of Wands. So, okay, you guys are fighting your contracts because they won't let you release music. In the near future, you're still going to be fighting your contracts. Beyonce is preoccupied. But you guys aren't getting a coin from Parkwood or releasing any music. She gave you guys a clear blueprint for how to make you an icon like her. She might have wanted one of them to take her place, but they didn't follow the Beyonce blueprint, the nose blueprint. And Beyonce felt bad about it, causing them to be stuck in their contract. But she also regretted. She regretted working with them because, let me see. For me, I smell youthful, young and dumb, naive energy here. The Fool in reverse is a fool for real. A naive fool. She regrets working with them because they were very green and naive. And the first bit of the world that they got, they stopped wanting to be a group and release their own solo projects and then become what, live the life. Beyonce regrets it because she had a lot of plans for them and she invested a lot of resources in them. And her company didn't benefit from any of those, really. They haven't recouped anything from those girls. They had strict plans to make the girls a success together. They were supposed to still be recording music together before they branched out to do anything. And doing The Little Mermaid would have helped their joint projects. Neither of those young girls listened to sound advice. And so Beyonce is not going to invest any more in them. They fucked up. Beyonce didn't do this. I don't see cards of jealousy here. The Hermit came out. The Chariot. Beyonce had every intention to make them, to do right by them. Her product wasn't going to be sexualized like all the other girls were doing, cheapening their brand. It's Beyonce. She was groomed by her father. He had her on a very wholesome, with a little spice in it until she got to a certain age and point where womanhood made sense. It didn't make sense for you girls yet because you still give very young and green. But you guys were really sheltered. And just like any other sheltered child or a lot of sheltered children who get a taste of the world and hop off the porch, you're too naive to navigate the ways of the world like a woman that's been out here. And so you just do things like overdo your sexuality to where it comes off unbelievable, or get pregnant straight out the gate while you're filming The Little Mermaid as a black. Love you guys. Bye.